Hi guys, it's Jeanine. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we are going to talk about sleep. And if you are trying to lose weight, why it is important to make sure that you are getting good quality sleep. Yes, I have to tell you, poor sleep will absolutely lead to weight gain. And we're going to go over all of that today. So thank you for tuning in. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified. I have lots of other videos on weight loss tips and tools, especially for women who are approaching menopause or are in menopause. Hello, I am officially in menopause as of this year, so I can speak on it from my personal experience as well. But if you don't already know, my name is Jeanine. I am a weight loss coach, certified personal trainer, nutrition coach, and you're going to get a lot of that on this channel, as well as some other stuff sprinkled in. But thank you for tuning in. Now let's go ahead and get into it. I don't think many people realize how important it is to get good sleep. And in today's video, we're going to talk about it for the purposes of trying to lose weight or not gain weight from lack of sleep. So I want to give you guys some of the tools that I use to get a good night's sleep. And I want to go over the reasons why getting poor sleep is going to lead to weight gain. So let's go ahead and get into that first. So the neurotransmitters ghrelin and leptin are thought to be the centers of our appetite in our brain. And ghrelin promotes hunger. So when we're feeling hungry or I almost feel like that name is perfect, right? It's like a growling in your stomach, ghrelin in your stomach. But ghrelin is actually what promotes hunger, and leptin is what is the hormone that's released that makes you feel full. The body naturally increases and decreases the levels of these neurotransmitters throughout the day, signaling the need for us to consume calories. That's what's telling us we're hungry, we're full, stop eating, you need to eat, etc. Lack of sleep may affect the body's regulation of these neurotransmitters. So in one study, men who got 4 hours of sleep had increased ghrelin and decreased leptin compared to those who got 10 hours of sleep. The dysregulation of ghrelin and leptin may lead to an increased appetite and diminished feelings of fullness in people who are sleep deprived. Have you ever felt like your cravings are out of control after a night of poor sleep? I know I have. Also, many studies that signal that sleep deprivation affects the types of foods that we crave the next day. That next morning when we wake up, we tend to want higher calorie, higher sugar foods after a night of poor sleep. We're obviously also going to be low energy that next day. If you didn't get enough sleep, you're going to be low energy. You are not going to move as more. You are not going to burn as many calories. A night of poor sleep also puts undue stress on your body. So it's going to release the hormone cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And you don't want your body releasing cortisol when you're not actually working out or in a situation where you need cortisol. Cortisol is going to increase cravings as well. It's going to make you hungry. It's going to make you consume more calories. So if you put that all together, after a night of poor sleep, your neurotransmitters, the ghrelin and the leptin, are going to be disrupted. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be less likely to feel full. You're going to have increased cortisol. It's going to increase your cravings. You're going to crave high calorie, high carb, high sugar foods. You are also going to be tired. So you're not going to move as much. You are not going to burn as much calories. You're not going to have that caloric output. The net effect of that, even after one bad night's sleep, is a calorie surplus, which leads to weight gain. So if you're trying to lose weight, if you're actively trying to lose weight and you're not prioritizing sleep, you are like walking an uphill battle here. So you want to make sure that you are getting good sleep in order to support that weight loss journey. Let's go over some of the things that I use that make me get an excellent night's sleep almost every single night. And I track my sleep. I average 7.5 to 9 hours every night. Now, there are a lot of reasons that lead to having a poor night's sleep, but I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to improve that. But specifically, if you are a woman in menopause and struggling with hot flashes and other menopausal symptoms, it adds a whole other layer of symptoms to make it difficult to have a good night's sleep. Okay, I should probably preface this by saying that different people react differently to supplements. So obviously, if you try something and it makes you anxious or doesn't help you sleep, discontinue. but it's worth the shot, right? Because, you know, sometimes it takes a while to find your perfect combination. And I also want to say, I got this combination from Dr. Andrew Huberman. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try what he says and see if it works. And it worked like a charm for me. And at the time, I had just entered into menopause, and I was struggling with getting good sleep. I was really having broken up sleep, just not good at all. And it was definitely impacting my life in more ways than one. So the first one is magnesium. Now, he specifically recommended Magnesium L-Threonate. Magnesium L-Glycinate, I think that's how you say it, is also a good one as well. And I do take that one as well, but I take it during the day. But magnesium is just going to help get you to sleep better. This works really well for me. I take 2,000 milligrams. I take one. Sorry, I probably should put my glasses on. I take 4 capsules of this, and it's total of 2,000 milligrams of magnesium L-Threonate. So that second supplement is apigenin. So apigenin, I take 150 milligram tablet. Now I'll log these one down below, but you can really, any brand is going to work. So you can check out Amazon, but I do have them in my Amazon storefront under the supplements playlist, and I'll put that down in the description. But I take 150 milligram tablet of apigenin. Apigenin helps you drift off to sleep. Do you know that feeling like you're not thinking about going to sleep, you just kind of like drift off to sleep? That's what that's going to do for you. And next up is 200 milligrams of L-theanine. L-theanine, I like to say, calms the hamster wheels. So it turns your brain off from thinking of a million things, all the things you need to do tomorrow. And since I started taking this trio, I also noticed that if I wake up, I can quickly go back to sleep. The hamster wheels don't start spinning, and I think that's the L-theanine working. So what I do is, because you take these before bed, so like 30 minutes before you want to be asleep. So what I do is I load this up. This is a little pill organizer, and I put this in my nightstand. And that way, it's kind of like part of my routine. I get into bed. I do all the other things that we're going to go over in a second. And I get into bed, I take these pills, and then I do some other things to ensure a good night's sleep. So we're going to go over that. But I also wanted to talk about one other supplement. If you're in menopause or perimenopausal or experiencing hot flashes, I take Estroven daily. I don't take this one at night, so it's not in here. I take it during the day. But this has greatly affected my hot flashes. And the hot flashes were happening at night, and those were also disrupting my sleep. So the Estroven supplement, this, it says Estroven Menopause Relief Weight Management Supplement, has significantly impacted. I haven't had a hot flash actually since I started getting consistent with this. So that's really helping as well. Okay. Some other important things. So the ideal temperature of your room should be 67 degrees at night. You should not have the heater on at night or a heating blanket. This is not good. You're not going to have sound sleep. You sleep much better, much more solid at 67 degrees or cooler. And if that's a problem because of your partner, you might want to invest in like a chill pad for your bed that you can put only on your side of the bed under the sheets that will keep you cool throughout the night. Because if your body temperature heats up, if body temperature rises, it's absolutely going to affect your ability to have a good night's sleep. So that's one thing. You also want to ideally have some sort of fan or something going. Not only is this good for like a sound, like like sound absorption, but it's also good for keeping you cool if you do start to heat up out at night. Even with a chill pad or even with cooler temperatures in your home, especially if you're in menopause, sometimes your body temperature can tend to rise. So that is another thing I recommend. I also recommend that when you go to bed, that you turn off your device or limit your blue light exposure once you get into bed. This is going to help your circadian rhythm and help you drift off to bed more easily. So ideally, you're not on your device when you go to bed. So you go to bed, you want to sleep. Once you take these supplements, the device goes away. even better yet, the TV goes off and maybe read a book. Like even if you're going to read your Kindle with like a soft light, not a blue light or a white light. You want like a soft yellow light as a book light so that it doesn't affect your melatonin production. Also, what I also add to this is melatonin gummies. I take 10 milligrams of these melatonin gummies every night as well. And I take them at the same time that I take everything else. So I take melatonin, I take the L-Theanine, the Magnesium L-Threonate, and the Apigenin. And I am asleep within 30 minutes. I'm asleep and I have a perfect good night's sleep. It's very rare that I wake up. I wake up basically 7.5 to 8.5 hours later. So whatever time it was that I fell asleep, I wake up without an alarm. Some other things you can do are get yourself on a sleep schedule. So go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, if at all possible, even on the weekend. So I keep my sleep schedule the same, and it helps to regulate everything, your circadian rhythm, it regulates the ghrelin, the leptin, all of that stuff gets regulated when you are on a good solid schedule. Also, if you go to bed earlier and wake up earlier, that is a better rhythm for you than going to bed really late and waking up later, even if you're getting the 8 hours of sleep. It's actually the most ideal schedule is to get as close as you can to a true like sundown, sunrise sleep schedule. So obviously that'd be going to bed pretty early, but as closer to that is better. I actually kind of do that, to be honest. Because just the nature of my life, I do kind of like a sundown to sunrise sleep schedule. I'm up 4:45, 5 a.m. every morning, and I feel great, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and ready to tackle the day. The last little tip I'd like to give you is make sure your room is really dark. Again, you want to help support natural melatonin production. When you see light, when your eyes see light, whether it's your devices, the TV, or a bedroom light or something like that, it signals your body to release serotonin, and it negates that melatonin, and it will wake you up literally. So if you want to be asleep, darkness is the best bet. And on the flip side, if you want to wake up in a really nice, natural way, light is what will wake you up. So if you have something like a sunrise alarm clock it's an alarm clock that will act like the sunrise whenever you set it to go off, and it wakes you up very gently with light instead of a sound that's very jarring. And if you wake up with light, your body's going to gently release serotonin, and it's just a really nice way to wake up, and you're going to feel less groggy. So in order to get to sleep, though, you need that darkness. Darkness is essential. So darkening blinds, lights off, devices off, all of that is going to help you. So hopefully these tips will help you. It's really important to get at least 7 hours sleep a night. Prioritize it, especially if weight loss is a goal for you, but it's going to improve so many different areas in your life if you can get a consistently good night's sleep. So let me know if you're going to try any of these things. I hope it's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.